What's up? I'm Shanice and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna be doing a vacation beach house tour. Just a heads up, this is gonna be a very realistic house tour just because we were in the house for about 3 or 4 days before I recorded this. This was the first time that we had the house to ourselves and I took this opportunity to record. So if you see a mess, no you didn't. No you didn't. Before I start, I wanted to give some information about the house and who all stayed there. So the house was 7 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, and there were 13 of us total. So 8 adults and then 5 children. And the kids ranged from a year to 11 years old. There was plenty of space for everyone when we were together and even when we wanted to be alone. So it was a great fit for our family. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the exterior. This is what it looks like, and there was enough room for 4 cars. I think we had like 2 SUVs and then 2 sedans. So when you walk in, there's an entrance and a hallway that leads to the common quarters. To the right is the laundry area with a washer and dryer. And how cute is this little painting of the house? Then there's a half bathroom, which was wonderful, so we didn't have to go all the way upstairs to our bathroom or use my parents' bathroom. Speaking of my parents, we'll go to their room next. My parents' room just had 1 large bed since it was the 2 of them. They also had a standing shower, which worked well for them since it's just adults in that bathroom. Oh, they got a nice shower head. Next is the kitchen. It was a decent size considering the amount of people that we had and how often we ate there. However, this place didn't have any seasonings. I think we were spoiled last year in our Airbnb because this lady had like a lazy Susan full of seasonings, but something told me that there wasn't gonna be seasonings. But they didn't even have salt or pepper. Criminal. Horrifying even. But we managed. Luckily, we made a lot of our food before we came with that in mind. Now let's move on to the main living space. The main living space was large enough to hold all 13 of us at the same time, and it never felt crowded or cramped. There was plenty of space for all of us, including the kids and their toys. The dining room was awesome because it had 2 tables with benches on them instead of chairs. This worked out for us because we had such little kids. It was just easier for them to sit next to their parents and even each other rather than using individual chairs for every single one of us. Let's go up to the 2nd floor. To the right is my brother and sister's room. Let's start in my brother's. Okay, so he had a queen and a bunk bed. His daughter and her mother didn't end up coming, but this is where they would have been. He had his own bathroom with a tub, which would have worked well if he did bring his daughter. Next is my little sister's room, and this is where she and my niece stayed. They had a nice sized closet, they had built-in shelves. I thought I had the clip, but I don't. And they also had a bathroom with a tub. Okay, so looking back, we probably could have used this space a little bit more than we did, but there's a couch and a TV in this loft-like area. Next is my big sister's room, and she actually has a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. So she and her husband split up. 1, because he snores, and 2, the kids are on 2 different schedules. So he took the 2-year-old with him, and she took the baby with her. My sister has a nice full bathroom, but she also had a balcony, nice spacious balcony, but I don't even know if she used it. Either way, it's a cool option to have. Moving up to the 3rd floor. The first room was initially for the older kids and everyone had high expectations and hopes, but I think the kids were just too little. A 4-year-old and a 5-year-old in a room full of bunk beds. No. So Bella basically just stayed in the room by herself, but the kids would hang out there, watch movies. They just didn't sleep in the room. This actually worked out well for us because my 11-year-old is on a much different schedule than the 4 and the 5-year-old. So she was either staying up late with us or sleeping in a lot later, and it just kind of worked out for her to have her own space. She also had her own bathroom. It was such a nice size. She had double sinks and she had a really nice sized tub and shower. This is my brother-in-law's room that he shared with my niece. He had a bathroom and a balcony off of his room as well. As we move down the hall, last but not least is my room. We had a large bed in addition to a bunk bed where my son slept, which was great because the ladders came off, so we didn't have to worry about him acting silly and hurting himself. Also had a bathroom with double sinks, which is great because we have a double sink at home, so it was a nice transition to go on vacation and have a double sink as well. I want to end the video outside and show the backyard a little bit more. The backyard was awesome. First of all, we had a pool that had the option to be heated. Weirdly enough, it was only hot the last day we were there. Whatever, doesn't matter. The kids had fun, we had fun. It was a cool surprise. What I really liked about the backyard is that there were so many seating options. There was an outdoor couch and chairs. There were tanning chairs. There was a picnic table under shaded trees. There was a picnic table with an umbrella, a couple chairs with a table, which is where we would have our morning coffee or our afternoon coffee. It was such a nice place to sit and reflect on our day or just like watch the palm trees move. It was such a peaceful and beautiful backyard. Oh, and they had an extra cooler and an extra umbrella next to their outdoor shower. Such a cool idea. I loved this house. It was such a cool and modern beach house. You know, it was beachy without being cheesy. I just want to thank my parents for renting this house for us and my siblings so that way, you know, we can make memories with each other and our families. It was so fun to reconnect and hang out around the clock like we did when we were younger. It's just so wild because we have our own little people who are now making their childhood memories. Wild. Thank you for joining me on this house tour, and I will see you next time.